Then let's start. Welcome to Tradespoon and Showdown. I'm CEO and founder of both companies, and today we're going to have a live trading room open to trade stock and options using our technology. For those of you who are new, welcome. If this is your first live event, let me know how we're doing on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, okay. Not a lot of people watching on YouTube, but that's okay. But if you watch the recording, usually you have people watching the recording, then I think one of the main differences between Yellow Tunnel and Tradespoon and some of the other services out there is that we are heavily invested in the neural network, artificial intelligence. We have a team of financial engineers that are building models and finding signals. In the market for short-term duration, long-term, medium-term duration signals, and then I trade these signals in a live trading room together with Keith. So that's our value proposition. My background is technology. I was CTO of several publicly traded companies that, one of their first employees. So that's my background. And I've been managing my own money for over 15 years. Disclosures are very important. Please read them. You can always pause the screen if you need more time to read the disclosures. But if this is the first time you see the disclosure screen, I encourage you to visit the link on your screen, optionstrading.com, so you can understand the risk associated with trading stock or options. I'm not a financial education, information purposes only. Please consult your financial advisor prior to making any trading decisions. All right. Let's take a look at the market and see. All right, so any trades today? Trade circle, trade long. So no trades today. Okay, so Walmart is, let's see, how's Walmart doing? I think it's stuck at that 87 strike. You would think it would be 90. But they just can't catch a bid, and Target had bad earnings today, right? Target is not helping, down 20%, and then TJX kind of flat for the day. We do have NVIDIA earnings at the close. Right now, NVIDIA is going into the earnings. We'll look at the trade. The rest of the technology stocks, Microsoft down, Google down, Netflix slightly higher. What else is interesting? So small cap slightly lower. Spiders slightly lower, down 0.5%, kind of also waiting for NVIDIA earnings, right? Spiders on S&P chart doesn't look that different, right? So kind of the same situation. So that's the main event that everybody's talking about. So we'll review that as well. Let's see. Looking at let's look at interest rates first. That's the most important. 10-year yield kind of stable, consolidating. So that's good. It's not breaking to the upside. That will be inflationary pressure. I mean, bulls wanted to drop a little bit, at least to the 4%, but it is still staying elevated, but not breaking out, I guess. I'll take consolidation versus breaking out, because it will be bearish if the market interest rates continue to grind high. Dollar has continued to be strong, so that hasn't changed. High yield continues to be weak. Those are signs of concern. VIX is back to 18 level, so VIX is slowly creeping back up. It was as low as 13 and now back to 18 level. Value stocks are consolidating, right above 50-day moving average. QQ right above 50-day moving average. Semis are weak, 200-day moving average, right? So kind of sign of concern for the bulls. Why is Bastian, welcome back, Brad, Bob. Semiconductors are down 2% at 200-day moving average. That's area of concern. Small caps gapped up. They are close to all-time high here, but did pull back, almost closed the gap moving average. Arc Innovation a little bit better, gapped after the earnings. And let's see, Bitcoin is usually a good barometer of risk taking. And Bitcoin is close to 100,000, right? So Bitcoin is continues to go higher. So risk on, right? This is a good proxy for risk on. Trade watch list. Let's see. Materials continue to be weak. 200-day moving average. Home builders continues to be weak, right? This is all part of the maybe inflationary pressures, potential tariffs on China. China, that means copper is down, right? It means materials are down. Industrials continue to outperform. Still, has not closed the gap yet. Healthcare continues to be weak. Consumer discretionary continues to be strong, right? So rotation into cyclical and consumer discretionary and technology, right? That's the trade right now. Retail is under pressure. Transportation still kind of flirting with that 500 level back and forth, the breakout or July high. So again, looking for direction after the NVIDIA earnings. And what else? Dow Jones consolidate. Strong. One of the strongest sectors are your financials, credit cards. Let's see, utilities continue to underperform. Germany continues to be weak. China continues to be weak. Okay, so these are the sectors. Some of the trades, Oracle looks like tried to make new all-time high. I do have a spread position, right, for Oracle. Let's look at Oracle. 180, 175 put spread. At this point, it's in the money, right? As long as it's above the post-election gap, the time is on my side, right? As the premium from these December calls continue to deteriorate. Synchrony Financial looks like it found. It didn't close the gap like small caps, so it's doing better. The credit cards, this financial listing, but it's still not, kind of. I'm a little concerned that it broke the open print, but it's holding, so we need another move to the upside. So for now, Wells Fargo is close to all-time highs. I'm bullish on Wells Fargo. These are stock position, right? Synchrony Financial. This is stock, so I have time. Wells Fargo is a stock, so I have time. Texas Instrument is weak, right? Kind of just actually falling apart, which is not good. At this point, I have to wait for Texas for the. I have a stock position, right? I have a stock position, so I do have time, which I added to. We had decent earnings, it did gap up, broke out, and these false breakouts are not good patterns, right, for the bulls. So, a lot of it, on one hand, it's oversold. On the other hand, we have NVIDIA earnings, so I think it will move together with NVIDIA, right? So we'll see what happens tomorrow. If you're down more than 2.5%, I would get out of the trade. I'm getting close to 2.5% down, actually. So, I'll make a decision after the NVIDIA earnings, but this does not look good. The whole, it's better than SMH, but still not good. That's Texas Instrument. Let's see what else. OKE continues to make new all-time highs. Did my order get filled? What happened to my orders? Did I not put orders? I thought I did. Okay, this looks like my order got lost. Okay. Out of at 114.33, but okay, I missed it. Something was with the system. Let's try it again. So I got in at 112. I was looking for all-time high. It didn't happen. So okay, so I did. So let's do 113.80. So sell 10. 1380. Yeah, something wrong with the system. Sorry. There's some networking issues in the. So now I have to kind of deal with this. Probably have to wait till tomorrow. Minute. 380. See credit shares. There. Go to cancel 1380 credit. Okay, so that actually I think works. Let's see, do I have it now? Okay. All right, so that worked. 113.80. That's 113.80. Hopefully, you guys got filled. But my orders got. There's some issues with the. Let's do another percent. So 113.20. Let's do 114.60. So 112. So 114.80. 114.80. Okay. So we have two orders. Any questions on OKE? Okay, I do have position. Okay. All right, so that's OKE, and then what else do I have? Let's review the rest of the positions. Amazon. I do have Amazon. I mean, gapped up yesterday to 205. Do I have any orders? Thought I did. I have to double check all my open orders. Till 6:30. Oh, it came close, right? Yesterday it was 2. Okay, so it got close to that first half. I mean, Amazon is also going to move probably with NVIDIA, right? So with all eyes on NVIDIA earnings. Talked about OKE. We talked about Oracle, the new trade, going in the right direction. Synchrony Financial. We talked about that. We talked about Texas Instrument. We talked about United Airline, deep in the money spread, getting close to the execution price, to the maximum, right? It's kind of just continues to grind higher. So that's getting close to the maximum profit. And then Wells Fargo and Walmart, we have another move up in earnings. Let's see. Let's test their depth. Okay, so earnings, obviously all eyes are NVIDIA, Palo Alto after the close. But the biggest one, Snowflake. But the biggest one is NVIDIA. Let's go to game exposure. NVIDIA. All right, so we have earnings today. Show expected move. So it hasn't changed, right? So one standard deviation implied move of 8%, but which will take you to 155 level. You do have 150, 155, 160. This is where the concentration. The biggest one is 150. Then you have 155. Then you have 155, 160, 160. That's $6 is 3%, probably going to move more. But 155, 160, 165 looks like a butterfly if you bullish on NVIDIA, right? I mean, if you're bearish, you know, I would move to one standard deviation to 130, but there is really no lot of position, right? Most of the position is this 150, 160. So if you have negative surprise, I think we can have a big move to the downside because it's not well hedged. Right? Most of the concentration are in these calls, 135, probably somewhere between 130 and 135. So butterflies, let's see. So let's say I think it's going to move to one standard deviation higher than it is 155 strike. Right? Yeah, 155, 160. Let's see how much it's worth. So let's do $5 spread. So 155, 160, 165 trades in 35 cents. So if it gets to 155 level, which is one standard deviation, so it has to move 8% for the straight to be profitable. So 155, 160, 165. You can place the straight for 37 cents. Let's see if I can actually place it. Position still thinks it's X. Okay, let's try a new one. All right, let's see. positions, trades. Okay, so Nvidia. Okay. Call butterfly. Okay, buy 1 sell to 1 call expiration January 22nd. Nvidia strikes. So what did we say? 155, 160. Then 165. $0.36. So limit day, it's a debit of 0.38 cents. Buy 1, November 22nd, 155, 160, 165. Preview. Send order. Okay, so it's rejecting my order, but that would be the order: 155, 160, 165 spread. That would be the butterfly that I would put in. So you can go into butterfly spreads here. Nvidia expiration. Second leg 155, 160, sorry, 160. So 155, 160, 165 spread. So basically you're risking 40 cents to make $4.60, but there's only 13% probability. So if you want a higher probability, then you'll go 152, 160, 167 and a half, and you have 20% probability. So that's how I would approach this trade. on NVIDIA. Gold confirmed breakout. Gold is reigniting the move. All right. Yeah, gold looks. I mean, it's trying to recapture this uptrend. I mean, it did break the uptrend, so you have to be careful with gold as well. Because, I mean, it's oversold, it's bouncing back. I mean, I think as long as it's below this trend line, I think it's in trouble, at least short term. Right, because the strong uptrend, we did break it, and now it's trying to reclaim it. So it looks like it's building the top, and that could take weeks, if not months, of top building. But this is something to keep an eye on the gold. Silver, I think, is elevated, and people are concerned with inflation. The interest rates need to drop for the gold and silver to recover, and I'm not sure when that's happening. All right, let me do the same trade in my own account. Let's see, NVIDIA's 155. NVIDIA 100 shares, you can consider selling call spread against it as well. Maybe let's say 155, 160. Right. How much is 155, 160 spread? You can get $1. I would probably sell, but 155, 160. Only $1. It's not a lot. 152 and a half. $3. $1.80. You do 152 and a half, 160, you get $2. So that's 1.5%. Right, additional revenue. I mean, you're capping. I mean, you're not capping. If you're doing it as a spread, you're actually not capping again. Sorry, to open. Buy 160. Credit $1.83. Okay. And then here. Butterfly. False. So I said 155, 160, 165. $0.40. 10.5. Okay, then we can do the same thing on the put side. It's kind of equidistance. So 155, 160, 165, that's 40 cents. And then I would do the same thing, which is a 135. See, 135, maybe 130. So 135, 130, 125, 45 cents. So 135, 130, 135. Sorry, 135, 130, 125 was the idea that, you know, it's going to move one standard deviation to the left or one standard deviation to the right. But it needs to move, right? Like an example of Walmart, it's at 87, it's stuck at 87, right? So, and the clock is ticking, right? So we need, you know, another move up, maybe after NVIDIA earnings, but that's, you know, that's the issue with these directional trades, right? That the probability of these trades are relatively small, right? But risk versus reward, it's a high reward, but high reward, but also low probability trades, lower probability trades. All right, any questions on NVIDIA? So NVIDIA is a big deal. Let's see what else is in there. LA Lily, let's see, LA Lily. Looks like, again, it broke down and trying to recover here. Talked about silver. TLT. SolFX. This one. Looks like Tesla's trying to get to the all-time high as well. Any questions? Monster. MicroStrategy. Yeah, MicroStrategy is just kind of vertical move up. It's very impressive. Everybody's piling to this trade. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Their Bitcoin strategy definitely paying off. Yeah, and this is all going into the elections. Wow. Well, that's a little bit overdone. Okay, very good. Thank you. Yeah, Pelletier is doing well. This is definitely corresponds to Bitcoin as well. And it had strong earnings. So Pelletier is doing good. I know Coinbase is a good proxy for Bitcoin, also rallying, and Robinhood. Any other questions? Okay, let's see how we're finishing the day. So interest rates are stable. Spider side is your support level, right? 585, 580. So both want to hold that level. We'll see what's going to happen after the close. So I would hedge, right? If you have 100 shares of NVIDIA, maybe sell call spreads. If you have 100 shares of Spiders, maybe buy a put spread against it, right? Try to hedge it. I would look at the cash because I think, as long as NVIDIA has decent earnings, path of least resistance is higher highs, higher lows. But the risk is that it can disappoint. Then what else do we have? We have Fed speakers. It's fine. After consumer sentiment, and then it's Thanksgiving, meeting minutes. So yeah, after that, there's not many news that can move the market, right? Geopolitical risks aside, but after NVIDIA earnings, it's kind of an open field. Trump will make USA Bitcoin. Okay, that's definitely possible. All right, Cecile, Fred, Brad, Bob, Bastian, Alon. Oh, we have more people. That's good. How's YouTube doing? Do we have anyone joining? All right, one more person joined. That's good. All right. Any questions? Tomorrow's Thursday. Okay, let's see what else is interesting. Next thing, let's see. Let's look at, we're deploying this next pane chart. Tesla. Open interest by strike. Open interest by strike. All right, let's see what else is happening in the market. Spiders are flat today. Let's see any other news brief. Let's see. Focus on earnings. Target TJX, Williams-Sonoma. We didn't talk about Williams-Sonoma. Let's see, Williams-Sonoma. Ooh, up 27%. Okay, so not all retail stores are not doing well. Williams-Sonoma hit a home run. Target looks not so well. TJX is neutral. Snowflake, Palo Alto. Snowflake, I don't know if it's very liquid. It does have large earnings. 16%. Once after the close, let's see. So it's Wednesday after the close. Close Snowflake or PNW. PNW is usually also very volatile. Look at these gaps, 25%. Let's see gamma exposure in PNW. So 7% move, so about 15% move implied. Let's see how well, this is trading. So PNW, okay, if it moves as one standard deviation, let's see. That would be 420, right? So 420. That's expensive one. Let's go further out. Like an equal distributed, but 420 is pretty expensive. Let's see, 400 or 40. I went 460. Is that trading? There's 69. $420. Do have a lot of position at 120. Yes, I can do 435. 450. So $15 spread, 420, 435, 450 spread. That would be $1.14. It's a bit easier. So that's Palo Alto tomorrow. So that worked for $1.60. So 420, 435, 450, right? If it trades basically, it has to make one standard deviation move. So about 7 to 8%, it has to move to the upside. I mean, huge demand for security, and especially with escalation in Russia and Ukraine conflict and the United States. So we'll see how well they did. On the downside, there is no hedges, so kind of the same thing. So let's see how much is this 360 put. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper. So 360, 345, 345, 330. So that's Palo Alto. Snowflake is also data centers, BI tool, AI. They're pretty volatile. One standard deviation. And you have big position at 150 strike, implying $20 move on Snowflake. It's been bearish, continues to underperform. So on the downside, maybe buy 129, or is it 115? How expensive are these puts? Snowflake. Butterfly, let's see. Do one bit by one put. Second middle strike, so start with maybe 115 strike. 115 is what? 240. That's expensive. Wow. 110. Let's see, 115. And 105. Same ideas on the upside. So you start with maybe 140, 145 strike. I would start with 145. $145. $55. $160. Not make it. Okay. All right, all eyes on NVIDIA earnings. We'll see how well they do, and I think that will set the tone for the rest of the year. Bob Keith is back when? Tomorrow? Tomorrow after the close. Keith is back tomorrow after the close, which is good. All depending on NVIDIA. Yeah, all eyes on NVIDIA earnings. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate participation. Thank you for joining. And then I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you. Bastian, thank you.